Magandang buhay sa inyong lahat. Ako nga pala si Kurt Tyron Inovero at ngayong araw pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa Region 12, ang Sorsogon. Ang layunin ng ulat na ito ay maipakita ang yaman ng kultura, kasaysayan at kalikasan ng relihiyong ito.
Ang regional capital ng Region 12 o mas kilala bilang Sorsogon ay Coronadal City. Ang lengguwahe at dialekto nito ay Tibuli, Balaan, Cotabato, Manobo, Tagbanwa, Hiligaynon, English at iba pa. Ang Region 12 o Sorsogon ay matatagpuan sa norte. Sa east nito matatagpuan ang Davao Region at sa southwest naman ang Celebes Sea. At sinabi rin dito that the region is also shares a maritime border with Gorontalo and North Sulawesi provinces of Indonesia. The province of Maguindanao is situated between Cotabato City, North Cotabato Province, and Sultan Kudarat.
Ang Sorsogon ay matatagpuan sa Mindanao at binubuo ng 4 na probinsya: South Cotabato, Cotabato, Sultan Kudarat at Sarangani, kasama ang General Santos City. Nasa hangganan nito ang Davao Region o ang BARMM at ang Celebes Sea. Kilala ang relihiyong ito dahil sa makulay na kultura, likas na ganda at masarap na pagkain. Ilan sa mga pagkain ng Sorsogon ay ang number 1, pastil, kanin na may tinadtad na karne nakabalot sa dahon ng saging. Pangalawa, balbakwa, malapot na sabaw ng baka, puno ng lasa. At ang pangatlo, durian at marang, mga sikat na prutas sa rehiyon. Ang pang-apat ay tuna dishes. Kilala ang General Santos bilang tuna capital of the Philippines.
South Cotabato is located in the southern part of Mindanao, Philippines. It is bordered by Sultan Kudarat to the north, Sarangani to the south, and Davao del Sur to the east. Its capital city is Coronadal, while Lake Cebu is cultural and ecological hotspot. The delicacies are number 1, Tinalak coffee, locally sourced coffee named after the ironic fabric. The number 2, tilapia dishes. Lake Cebu's tilapia is cooked in various ways like kinilaw or fried. Number 3, kagang, a specialty often served with coconut milk. And number 4, buko halo-halo, a refreshing dessert served with a coconut shell. The dialect and language of South Cotabato is Hiligaynon or Ilonggo, Cebuano, Tibuli, Balaan, Tagalog, and English.
Ang lokasyon ng South Cotabato ay nasa timog ng Mindanao. Nasa hilaga nito ang Sultan Kudarat, Sarangani sa timog at Davao del Sur sa silangan. Ang kabisera nito ay Coronadal City at kilala rin sa Lake Cebu bilang isang sentro ng kultura at ekonomiya. Ang mga festival sa South Cotabato, ang pinakakilala dito ay ang Tinalak Festival na ginanap tuwing Hulyo. Tampok dito ang street dancing, trade fairs at cultural performance na nagpapakita ng pagkakaisa sa mga kabila ng pagkakaiba-iba. Ang mga pagkain sa South Cotabato. Number 1, Tinalak coffee, kape ng lokal na itinatanim, ipinangalan sa sikat na telang tinalak. Pangalawa, tilapia dishes. Ang tilapia mula sa Lake Cebu ay inihahanda kabilang ang kinilaw o prinito. Pangatlo, kagang, karaniwang niluluto gamit ang gata. At ang pangatlo, halo-halo, isang pampalamig na inihahain sa baon ng niyog. Ang wika ng South Cotabato, iba-iba ang wikang sinasalita dito tulad ng Hiligaynon o Ilonggo sa mga urban na lugar tulad ng Coronadal at Cebuano sa karaniwan ng mga rural na lugar. At Tiboli naman ang wika ng mga katutubong Tiboli sa Lake Cebu. Balaan ang wika ng grupong Balaan, Kabundukan. At ang panglima, Tagalog at English, pangkaraniwang ginagamit ng paaralan at opisina. Mga destinasyon sa South Cotabato. Number 1, Lake Holon.
Lake Holon is one of the top South Cotabato tourist spot. It is nestled on the Mount Melibingoy, a dead volcano. Majestic walls of the mountains craters surround the lake. In 1995, one of the walls collapsed, sending down regarding water that killed 53 people downstream. Thanks to local efforts, the mountain now is protected especially by the native tribes who inhabit it.
Lake Holon, isang napakagandang lawa ng Mount Melibingoy. Dati itong delikado ngunit ngayon ay protektado ng mga katutubo.
Ang lokasyon ng Lake Holon. Ang Lake Holon ay matatagpuan sa bayan ng Tibuli, South Cotabato at kilala bilang isang crater lake na napapalibutan ng makapal na kagubatan. Mula sa General Santos City, ang pamasahe sa bus papunta sa Tibuli ay 150 to 200. Habal-habal sa Tibuli papunta sa jump-off ng Sitio Cule o Sala Cafe is 300 to 500, balikan na. Hiking fee is 300 to 500, mandatory para sa safety at tamang direksyon. Ang entrance fee dito ay 100 to 200, depende sa package ng LGU. Iba pang gastos, camping fee, 100 to 150 kung mag-overnight. Ang equipment naman for rental is 100 to 300 kung kailangan ng tent o hiking gear. Food supplies, magdala ng sarili o bumili sa Sitio Cule, 50 to 100 bawat meal. Gawain sa Lake Holon, trekking, birdwatching, at photography. Pagligo o pag-row sa bangka sa loob ng lawa, ang rent ay 50 to 100. Cultural interaction sa Tibuli community. At paalala, siguraduhin magdala ng sapat na tubig, pagkain at maayos na hiking gear. Igalang ang kalikasan at sumunod sa mga patakaran ng lokal na pamahalaan upang mapanatili ang ganda ng Lake Holon. Ang Lake Holon ay hindi lang isang destinasyong pangturismo kung hindi isang lugar para sa kapayapaan at natural na karanasan. Bagaman may kaunting gastos at transportasyon at guide fees, sulit ito para sa mga naghahanap ng adventure at katahimikan.
Number 2, Dole Plantation at Mount Matumtum. Malawak na pineapple plantation na pagmamay-ari ng Dole.
Dole Plantation and Mount Matumtum. This mountain serves as a pineapple plantation of Dole, a multinational company in the country. It has total area of 12,000 hectares and is at the same time considered as the largest plantation of pineapple in the entire country. Ang lokasyon ng Dole Plantation at Mount Matumtum. Ang Dole Plantation ay matatagpuan sa Polomok, South Cotabato, kilala bilang isang pinakamalaking pineapple plantation sa Pilipinas. At ang Mount Matumtum ay isang stratovolcano na matatagpuan sa pagitan ng mga bayan ng Polomok, Tupi at Malungon sa South Cotabato. Mga aktibidad at gastos. Number 1. Farm tour. Libre para sa mga opisyal ng group tours pero kailangang magpa-reserve sa Dole. Number 2. Pineapple products. Available sa Dole, Kalsangi Clubhouse. 200 to 500 ang mga produkto. Number 3. Photo spots. Magandang kumuha ng litrato sa malawak na taniman at makikita rin ang Mount Matumtum bilang backdrop. Paalala, ang farm mismo ay may mga restricted areas dahil pribadong pagmamay-ari ito ng Dole Philippines. Paano makarating? Number 1, transportasyon. Mula sa General Santos City pumunta sa Palomok, ang bus fare nito ay 50 to 100. Sumakay ng habal-habal papunta sa jump-off point, 150 to 300 pesos. Ang guide fee naman ay 500 to 1,000 bawat grupo. Mandatory ito. At ang pangatlo, registration fee, 50 to 150 depende sa LGU. Mga aktibidad, number 1 ay trekking, may 2 trails, Glan Trail, mas mahirap, at Tupi Trail na mas madali. Ang pangalawa naman dito sa ating mga aktibidad ay wildlife watching, makikita ang iba't ibang uri ng flora and fauna tulad ng Philippine eagle. Number 3, camping. May camping sites para sa overnight stays, 100 to 200 pesos. At paalala para sa dalawang destinasyon, magdala ng sapat na tubig, pagkain at tamang gamit tulad ng hiking boots o proteksyon sa init ng araw. Para sa Mount Matutum, maghanda ng malakas na katawan dahil kinakailangan ng mahaba at masinsinang trekking. Igalang ang kalikasan at mga patakaran ng lokal na pamahalaan. Ang Dole Plantation at Mount Matutum ay parehong pinapakita ang kagandahan ng South Cotabato mula sa produktong agrikultura ng Dole hanggang sa makapigil hiningang tanawin ng Mount Matumtum. Sulit ang pagbisita sa parehong lugar para sa nature lovers at adventurers.
Pangatlo, Surala Rotunda, isang cultural landmark na dinisenyo ng Kublai Ponce Milan.
Surala Rotunda, this cultural landmark established in the year of 2011 has been gathering sound reviews from tourists due to the beauty of the masterpiece designed and created by Kublai Ponce Milan. Ang lokasyon ng Surala Rotunda matatagpuan sa bayan ng Surala, South Cotabato. Ang rotunda ay isang ionic landmark na nasa sentro ng bayan. Kilala ito bilang the Tri-People Monument na sumisimbolo sa pagkakaisa ng tatlong pangunahing grupo sa relihiyon, ang mga Lumad, Moro at mga Kristiyano. Ang disenyo ay nagpapakita ng makulay na kultura ng South Cotabato, lalo na ang mga tradisyonal na pattern ng Tivoli. Mga aktibidad na pwedeng gawin sa rotunda. Pagkuha ng litrato, ang rotunda ay isang Instagram-worthy spot dahil sa kakaibang arkitektura nito. Number 2, cultural appreciation. Makikita ang mga detalyeng sumasalamin sa sining at kultura ng tribon sa lugar. At number 3, local market nearby. Malapit dito ang mga tindahan kung saan maaaring bumili ng mga lokal na produkto tulad ng abaka crafts, tinalak fabric, and fresh produce. Upang makarating dito mula sa General Santos City, sumakay ng bus papunta sa Surala, 150 to 200 pesos. Mula Coronadal City, van fare 50 to 80 pesos. Paalala, dahil sa gitna ito ng bayan, siguraduhin sumunod sa traffic rules. Kapag bumisita sa lugar, maglaan ng oras upang alamin ang kahulugan ng mga simbolismo sa disenyo ng monumento. Ang Surala Rotunda ay hindi lamang isang landmark kung hindi isang simbolo ng pagkakaisa at iba't ibang kultura sa South Cotabato. Ito ay patunay ng yaman, ng kasaysayan at tradisyon ng rehiyon na sulit bisitahin para sa mga lokal at turista.
Pang-apat, Lake Cebu, tahanan ng mga Tivoli kilala sa isda, tanawin at kultura.
Lake Cebu consists of islets and large body of water surrounded by rolling hills and mountains. Fish ponds abound and migratory birds roam. The lake is home of the Tivolis, a highland tribe who has its roots in South Cotabato. A tourist can see Tivolis fishing on their wooden canoe and costume during the market day. Ang lokasyon ng Lake Cebu matatagpuan sa bayan ng Lake Cebu, South Cotabato. Ito ay isa sa mga kilalang ecotourism destinations ng Mindanao. Ang lugar ay bahagi ng ancestral domain ng Tivoli at Ubo tribes. Ang pangunahing destinasyon sa Lake Cebu ay tatlong lawa. Lake Cebu pinakamalaki, Lake Seloton at Lake Lahit. Pwedeng mag-boat ride, 300 to 500 bawat bangka para sa grupo. Pangalawa, Seven Falls. 7 ang talon sa lugar, pero ang pinakadinadayo ay ang unang falls ay ang Hikong Alu at Falls 2 ay ang Hikong 20. May zipline sa Seven Falls, 300 to 500 pesos. Isa sa pinakamataas sa Asia. Number 3, cultural villages. Makikita ang tradisyonal na kultura ng mga Tivoli kabilang na ang paggawa ng tinalak fabric. Mga gawain at gastos. Number 1, boat tour sa Lake Cebu, 300 to 500 kada bangka. Number 2, entrance fee, 200 to 50 depende sa lugar. At pangatlo, zipline sa 7 Falls, 300 to 500 pesos. Number 4, tinalak waving demonstration, libre o donasyon lamang. Panglima, pagkain. Mga specialty tulad ng tilapia dishes ay 100 to 200 kada meal. Paano makarating? Mula General Santos City, sumakay ng bus o van papunta sa Coronadal City na nagkakahalagang 100 to 150 pesos. Mula Coronadal, sumakay ng van papunta sa Lake Cebu, 150 to 200 pesos. Number 2, habal-habal pwedeng gamitin para makarating sa iba't ibang tourist spot, 50 to 100 bawat biyahe. Ilang paalala, igalang ang kultura. Ang Lake Cebu ay ancestral domain kaya mahalagang sundin ang mga patakaran ng lokal na pamahalaan at tribo. Pangalawa, magdala ng protection sa ulan. Madalas umulan sa lugar kaya mainam nang magdala ng payong o raincoat. Pangatlo, huwag magkalat. Panatilihing malinis ang lawa at bundok. Ang Lake Cebu ay hindi lamang isang destinasyon para sa mga turista, kung hindi isang lugar para ma-appreciate ang likas na yaman at kultura ng katutubong Tiboli. Sulit itong bisitahin para sa adventure, relaxation, at cultural learning.
Ang Sorsogon, lalo na ang South Cotabato, ay tunay na mayaman sa kasaysayan ng kultura at kalikasan sa pamamagitan ng masusing pag-aaral at pagdiriwang ng kanilang mga tradisyon. Mas mauunawaan at mas mapapahalagahan natin ang ating makulay na kasaysayan bilang Pilipino. Maraming salamat. Ayun lang.
At narito na ang susunod na mag-uulat.
Welcome to Cotabato. Cotabato is the capital of Kidapawan City, in region in the southern part of the Philippines located on the island of Mindanao. Cotabato City has a rich history rooted in Maguindanao Sultanate, which established itself as a major political and cultural center of Mindanao. The city is also home to diverse ethnic groups including Maguindanao, Tausug, Maranao, and other Muslim communities. In Cotabato, they have 5 languages. Number 1 is Hiligaynon, number 2 is Maguindanao, number 3 is Cebuano, number 4 is Chavacano, and number 5 is English. In delicacies, they have 4. Number 1 is pastil. Pastil is rice with a mashed chicken adobo on top, then wrapped in banana leaf. Number 2 is dodol. Dodol is mostly known as kalamay, made from rice, coconut milk, and brown sugar. Tinagtag, it is made from ground rice and sugar. Tipas is a sweet chip like a snack. They made from flour and egg, then if a fry, then add a sugar para maging chips. In Cotabato, they have 3 famous tourist destinations. Number 1 is Asik-Asik. Asik-Asik, also known as Curtain Falls, kasi yung design ng pagbagsak po ng water is like a curtain. Its waterfall is near in Almada, Cotabato. If galing kang Kidapawan, the capital of Cotabato, mag-travel ka ng almost 3 hours pa Almada. Pero pag galing kang Cotabato to Almada is almost 2 hours lang. And on the slope of Mount Ragan, it is known for a apparent lack of the river feeding the falls, with water coming out from the crevices on the 60-meter or 200 feet cliff. Asik-Asik Falls is accidentally discovered lang po noong 2010 ni Juan Miranda. Isa po siyang member ng Barangay Council. Then after that po, binalita niya yung na-discover niya sa kanilang barangay. Then after that po, they post it in social media, kaya po siya naging famous attraction po sa Almada. The next one is Lake Alco. Lake Alco is a steam hot lake with sulfuric mud is used for the mud spa applied by the Monobos. Bonobos is yung mga nagtatrabaho doon, they are indigenous people. And the visitor who like to try it with the natural steam and hot bath, but swimming in Lake Agco, located on Mount Apo in Kidapawan City, may not be safe due to its geothermal activity. Lake Agco is a hot surface lake and its water temperature can be dangerously high. Umaabot po ng 122 degrees Fahrenheit to 176 degrees Fahrenheit, often exceeding safe swimming level. While the area is a popular tourist destination for its hot spring and therapeutic mud, swimming in the lake itself is generally discouraged. Instead, visitors often enjoy nearby hot spring pools, which are specifically designated for safe bathing. They have entrance fee for 20 pesos per person, but it is good to verify with local guides to ensure yung safety. The next one is Daday Falls. Has an estimate height of 55 meters and drop in 90 degrees angle and considered to be the highest fall in the municipality of Almada. And it is about 4 kilometers away north from Asik-Asik Falls. It's open to the public but the trail is not tourist friendly. Kasi po matarik yung dadaanan and it's take 30 minutes para makapunta sa Daday's Fall. And if you want po na pumunta, mas better po to go Almada Barangay for short briefing and you can have a tour guide po and dalawa na po yung pupuntahan. Daday Falls and Asik-Asik po for only 300 pesos. And 100 for registration sa barangay para po yun yung pag-aalaga sa mga falls.
Sultan Kudarat. The name Sultan Kudarat given to the province was deprived from the Maguindanaoan Muslim ruler Sultan Muhammad Dipatuan Kudarat, who began to assert his leadership in the year 1619 and reigned in the Sultanate of the Maguindanaoan. From through his leadership, Spanish forces were successfully repelled from the encroaching Cotabato region of south-central Mindanao. He is considered a national hero and he is honored the province. In his honor, the province was named after him. And the capital of Sultan Kudarat is Isulan. And their delicacy is native chicken with pigeon, pea, and banana steam. This is a dish that's similar to the Ilonggo's favorite KBL, the Kadyos, Baboy, at Langka, but made with chicken instead of pig. Halo-halo is a popular dessert in the Philippines. Pinagtag, a noodle-like roll made from rice flours, and bulwa, the local version of muffins, and pipas is a sweetened bread, and dudul, a calamay-like spread. Native chicken bulalo, a spicy dish made with chicken instead of beef chunk. And dialects of the Sultan Kudarats is Hiligaynon, Cebuano, Karaya, Balaan, Tagalog, English, and Maguindanaoan, Ilocano, and Tuduray. And there's a lot of festival in Sultan Kudarat, but I will be giving the festival of Bansa Dayao because that is the most popular in Sultan Kudarat. A week-long celebration is the Bansa Dayao or Bagong Bayan. It is celebrated in November. The festival includes of sports, talents, competitions, and pageantry trade, celebrity concerts, and street dancing. Every month of November, the people of Bagong Bayan in the province of Sultan Kudarat celebrates their town's founding anniversary with Bansa Dayawan Festival, a week-long celebration highlighted by merrymaking and showcase of their diverse culture. Here's the top 3 tourist destination in Sultan Kudarat. The first one is Sultan Kudarat Provincial Capital. It is one of the top Sultan Kudarat tourist spots, standing majestically like the Taj Mahal of India. This golden dome structure will surely entice you for a peek. Unlike most capital buildings in the country, almost everything you'll find here shows the extravagance inside. You'll glimpse the high-end chandelier, fine window drapes, and intricately designed seats and chairs. Here is a thing to know. It costed $500,000,000 to construct. The second one is Tenoba Cave. Tenoba Cave is a spectacular river cave similar to the famous Puerto Princesa underground river. It has total length of more than 7 kilometers. As you navigate inside, you'll see the various stalactite and stalagmite rock formation. As you can see in the picture, this is what we call the spiky ice in some country. And the third destination is the Balat Island or the Balet Island. Balat Island boasts an unparalleled coral reef, considered one of the Philippines' best sites for reef diving, snorkeling, and kayaking.
Welcome to Sarangani. The capital is Alabel. Sarangani is the truly fascinating province, offering a mix of cultural riches, natural beauty, and adventure. Sarangani's name is derived from Sarangan, the name of the prehistoric leader of the indigenous people who settled in the area. They have 5 languages. Number 1 is Hiligaynon, Maguindanao, Balaan, Tiboli, and English. They have famous delicacies. Number 1 is Nelut Onuk, a dish from the Tiboli tribe of Sarangani that some say is similar to tinolang manok. Number 2 is Tuna Poke. The tuna poke is made from the Hawaiian word from to slice or to cut. It is a sliced raw fish. It is usually tuna or octopus. Then they marinated in a soy sauce, sesame oil, and green onion. Then they eat in a raw, parang kinilaw. In Sarangani, they have 4 famous tourist destinations. Number 1 is Sarangani Bay. Sarangani Bay is located on the southern tip of the Mindanao in the Philippines. It opens up to the Celebes Sea on the Pacific Ocean, General Santos, on the Philippines. Most important city and ports is located at head of the bay, making the bay one of the busiest and often the site of shipping accidents. The province of Sarangani, created in 1992, is named after the bay. This Sarangani Bay was declared a national park under Republic Act No. 11038. It is signed by President Duterte. Sarangani Bay is one of the underrated dive spot in the country. Summer season, best time to visit. How to get in there? You can ride a bus going to Jensen City. Once in the KCC Mall, ride a van bound for Gumasa. 150 entrance fee per person. This is primarily referring to the Sarangani Highlands Garden and Restaurant area within the bay, which is a popular tourist spot. They have also accommodation. The price is start at 3,000. They also offer a day tour for only 5,550. Kasama na po doon yung pool access, entrance fee for 7 people, full food, consumable worth of 4,550, all access across the resort, on-site shuttle, poolside dining, and open-air cabana. The next one is Tambat Shrine. Tambat Shrine is located in Barangay Tampat, Maasim, Sarangani, is a historical site that holds the remains of the subordinates ruling sultanates of Maguindanao. The oldest tomb at the shrine dates back to the early year of the ancestors. The shrine is revered by the Sangil people on both sides of Sarangani Bay. The Sangil people have lived in the area for over 600 years and have a rich history of involvement in the Moro Wars alongside other groups such as the Magindanaos and Taosugs. The shrine is an important cultural and historical site for the Sangil community, and its guardians claim to be direct descendants of the holy man whose remains are buried there. The next one is the Maitumbat Sanctuary. It's located in Barangay Pinol, Maitum, Sarangani. It is home of hundreds of thousands of giant golden-crowned flying fox bat. These bats are endangered species, and the sanctuary plays a crucial role in their protection and preservation. Visitors to the sanctuary can observe these magnificent creatures in their nature habitat, and the sanctuary helps promote awareness about the importance of covering endangered wildlife species. The last one is Malanjan Falls. It is a beautiful three-tiered milestone waterfall located in the highlands of Maitum, Sarangani. The falls are known for the icy cold water and stunning natural scenery. It's relatively new tourist attraction, but it is quickly become a favorite spot for the nature lover and adventure seeker.
That's all for Region 12 Soc Sergeant. Thank you so much.